Hey guys, Dr. C here with Dr. C TV. This is episode 2. I told you we're going to bring you 3 weeks worth. If you missed yesterday's episode, we did some upper body exercise. We did a shoulder press. All right, so if you missed that one, go back and check it out. But today we're going to the legs. We are going to do the squat. All right, it is arguably the best exercise that you can do for your lower body, and we're going to show you how to do it right. All right, guys, so we're going to talk about the technique of a squat. And basically, all a squat is you bending your knees and lowering your torso down towards the ground. So, now the first thing I want to talk about is how low do you go? And this is a little controversial. If you ask different people, you're going to get different answers on this question. So some people say that your hips should go down to knee level, like so. If you talk to other people, they're going to say that your hips should go down as far as they can possibly go. If they can go all the way to the ground, then that's how far they should go, like this. All right? I'm going to tell you that if you are not experienced with exercise, if you have a desk job or maybe you drive for a living, I do not want you going all the way to the ground because your knee is not conditioned to handle the stresses of having it bent that far. All right, so I'd rather see you go hips just down to knee level, but that's something you can work your way towards. Now, the second thing that I want to talk about is your hip position. So as you are bending those knees, your hips should be dropping backwards, almost like you're about to sit down on a chair. So when you come down, those hips go back. All right, just like so. All right, what I don't want to see someone's hips dropping straight down and letting those knees come way out in front of your toes. We don't want to see that. So the next thing I want to talk about is your feet position. Now, when you walk, think about when you walk. Now, think about how your feet are. Do your feet point straight ahead as you walk, or do they have just a little bit of an angle to them? All right, most people are going to say that they have a little bit of an angle to their feet as they walk. Now, your squat should mimic that. All right, so your feet should be just a little bit out. About shoulder width apart is going to be a nice solid base for you. All right, now your knees should also bend in the direction that your toes are pointing. So if your feet are pointed out just a little bit, as you squat down, your knees should go in that same direction that your toes are pointing. All right, that's going to be really important. And last thing I want to point out is that when you drop down to the ground, what I don't want to see people leaning forward as they're coming down. When you come down, you should have a nice solid core, and as you're coming down, the angle of your shin should match the angle of your torso as you come down. All right? So, now some of you can take that bit of information, hop right into it. You don't need any assistance with squats. You can do body weight. You can even add weight if you wanted to add some weight to it. That's cool. Others are going to need a little bit of assistance with their squat, and that's okay. So let's talk about the ways that you can give yourself some assistance if you're not really conditioned for this type of activity. If you're a little unsure about doing your squats, maybe this is something you've never done before, I definitely recommend having a chair or something behind you as you're doing it for the first time. So what you're going to do is as you squat down, you're going to sit on the chair that you put behind you. And from here, keep a nice strong core as you stand up, just like so. Come back and up. All right, really important, make sure you drive those hips forward, push through your heels, breathe out as you're standing up. All right, so that's the first thing that you can do. The next thing that you can do, if you're really struggling with this exercise, maybe you have some injuries to the legs and you really need a little bit of extra help. The best thing you can do is get a chair with some arms on it. Make sure it's a sturdy chair. And what you're going to do is you're going to use your arms to assist with this motion. So what I want you to do is get your feet in a good position, all right, as if you were getting ready to squat. So you want to make sure that they're shoulder width apart and just a little bit angled with your feet. From here, you're going to get your hands in position to give you some assistance. From here, as you're starting to lift with your legs, you're also going to be pushing with your arms at the same time. As you come back, again, you're going to be letting yourself down slowly, using the assistance of your arms as well. Now, one of my favorite things to do with squats is a squat challenge. You can Google squat challenge and you're probably going to find a variety of different programs for all fitness levels online. So now some of the ones that I've looked at, they're about a 30-day program, and the end goal of this program is to have you do 100 squats in one day on your final day. Now, that was actually one of the lower ones that I saw, because I saw some more advanced ones that'll have you do 250 squats on your final day. So you can choose which level you think is appropriate for you, but you don't have to do a challenge at all. You could simply do 3 sets of 15, 5 sets of 10, something along those lines, and that's fine too. So now, for some of you, you may want to do more than just your body weight. You may want to add a little bit of weight. You don't have to have dumbbells, kettlebells, or anything like that. You can just simply take things in your house to add a little bit of weight to your exercise. I've got a bag of rice. I know you guys have stocked up on rice because I can't find any on the shelves anymore. All right, so you got a bag of rice. This weighs about 5 pounds or so. So I can take this bag of rice, squat down, and I've added just a little bit of weight to my squat. All right. If you're looking for something a little bit bigger than 5 pounds, grab a paint can. All right, again, this is probably, 15 pounds or so. So from here, same thing, you're holding it right in front of you. Squat down and back up. Squat down and up. Make sure, guys, you're breathing out on the way up. That's really important. All right, so there's a lot of different ways that you can do these squats. All right, we talked about the shoulder press yesterday. If you wanted to, you could even take that shoulder press and do it at the top of your squat. So from here, you could take your cans if you want, right, that we talked about yesterday, stand up, and then go up into your shoulder press. All right, it's really up to you. Again, it's just all about being active while you're home. All right, so this is Dr. C with Dr. C TV. Tomorrow we are going to talk about something completely different. So make sure you check in and see which exercise that is, and I guarantee it's going to be good. All right, we'll see you then, guys.